After years of anticipation, the open mainnet has officially launched. This is not a drill. The long-awaited moment for Pi network pioneers has finally arrived, and with Pi now officially tradable, the burning question remains. What will the price be? Could Pi skyrocket to an unbelievable $314 per coin? Or will market forces push it toward a more realistic valuation? Join us as we break down the biggest Pi network update ever, from its impact on early adopters to expert predictions on where Pi's value could go next. Whether you're a die-hard Pi believer or just curious about its future, this is an update you can't afford to miss. With the open mainnet finally live, the big question on everyone's mind is, how much will Pi be worth? Analysts and crypto enthusiasts have been speculating for years, and now that Pi is officially tradable, the debate is more intense than ever. Early estimates suggest that Pi could be valued between 10 cents and 50 cents by the end of 2025, based on factors such as market adoption, liquidity, and exchange support. While this might seem modest, it's a realistic projection considering the challenges of launching a new cryptocurrency into the mainstream financial ecosystem. However, not everyone agrees with these conservative predictions. Some die-hard Pi supporters believe in the concept of global consensus value, GCV, which places Pi's price at an eye-watering $314 per coin. This theory is built on the idea that Pi's massive user base, its potential for widespread adoption, and the strength of its decentralized ecosystem could drive its value to astronomical heights. But is this truly achievable, or is it just wishful thinking? To answer this question, we need to look at several key factors that will influence Pi's market price. First, exchange listings and liquidity play a crucial role. Without sufficient liquidity, Pi prices are unlikely to be sustained. Secondly, real-world use cases and merchant adoption will determine whether Pi becomes a widely accepted digital currency or just another speculative asset. Additionally, supply and demand dynamics will shape its price, as millions of Pi holders look to cash out or hold for long-term gains. Finally, we can't ignore the psychological impact of GCV, which, while inspiring confidence in the community, may not reflect the realities of a free market. The coming months will be critical in shaping Pi's future. Will it truly moon, reaching the stratospheric values that some envision, or will it settle into a more grounded price range based on actual utility and demand? Stay tuned as we continue to analyze this groundbreaking development and separate hype from reality. After years of anticipation, Pi is officially tradable on major exchanges like OKX, marking a historic milestone for the Pi network community. This long-awaited moment has unlocked new opportunities for millions of users who have been mining and holding Pi since its early days. With live trading pairs, increased liquidity, and growing exchange support, Pi has finally entered the global crypto market. But that's not all. Millions of users worldwide can now use, trade, and even stake their Pi for potential rewards. This means Pi is no longer just a concept but a fully functional cryptocurrency with real-world usability. Whether users want to buy, sell, or hold, the ecosystem is now expanding faster than ever. Perhaps the most exciting development is that Pi is becoming integrated into real-world applications. Businesses and merchants are beginning to explore Pi payments, and new use cases are emerging within the Pi network ecosystem. As adoption grows, so does the potential for Pi to establish itself as a widely accepted digital currency. The journey is far from over, but this milestone marks the beginning of a new era for Pi. Will it become the next big thing in crypto, or does it still have hurdles to overcome? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the latest updates and what they mean for Pi holders worldwide. The global consensus value, GCV, is one of the most debated topics in the Pi network community. Unlike traditional cryptocurrencies, where price is determined by supply and demand on open markets, GCV is a proposed value set by the Pi community based on collective agreement rather than market-driven forces. Some supporters believe this approach will help establish a stable and fair valuation for Pi, preventing extreme price fluctuations and ensuring that early adopters are rewarded for their patience. However, the big question remains: is GCV sustainable, or will the real market ultimately decide Pi's price? While GCV proponents argue that a strong, unified community can push for higher valuations, critics point out that cryptocurrency prices are historically dictated by liquidity, exchange listings, and actual trading volume. If major exchanges list Pi at a price significantly lower than the proposed GCV, the market could reject the community-driven valuation in favor of real-time trading prices. Another challenge is merchant adoption. For GCV to hold, businesses and service providers must be willing to accept Pi at that value. If real-world adoption lags or users rush to sell at lower market prices, sustaining GCV becomes even more difficult. Ultimately, while the idea of a community-backed value is innovative, market forces tend to dictate the true price of any asset. So, will GCV become the gold standard for Pi, or will supply and demand decide its fate? The answer lies in how the Pi economy evolves in the coming months. Stay tuned as we continue to break down the latest developments and their impact on Pi's future. Exciting times for the Pi network community. With Pi staking now live, users can earn rewards simply by holding their Pi in their wallets. This marks a major step toward making Pi not just a tradable asset but a fully functional cryptocurrency with passive income opportunities. Staking allows users to support the network while being rewarded, encouraging long-term holding and stability within the ecosystem. But that's not all. Pi Wallet 2.0 has officially launched. This upgraded version comes with enhanced security, faster transactions, and a more user-friendly experience. With smoother transactions and better protection, Pi holders can now manage their assets more efficiently and securely than ever before. As Pi network continues to evolve, its future looks more promising with growing adoption, exchange listings, and expanding use cases. The introduction of staking and wallet improvements signals that the Pi ecosystem is maturing, bringing it one step closer to real-world integration. Will Pi's continued development lead to mainstream success? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this is just the beginning. Stay tuned for more updates on Pi's journey to becoming a major player in the crypto space. What's next for Pi Network? With the open mainnet live and Pi now tradable on exchanges, the next phase of Pi Network's journey is all about growth, adoption, and real-world impact. As millions of users gain access to their Pi, the question now is, what comes next? Wider adoption and real-world utility. For Pi to truly succeed, it must be more than just a tradable asset. The next big challenge is merchant adoption, where businesses and service providers begin accepting Pi as payment. As more real-world use cases emerge, Pi's role as a functional currency will become clearer. Increased exchange listings. Currently, Pi is available on select exchanges, but as demand rises, we can expect more major platforms to list Pi, increasing liquidity and accessibility. With more trading options, Pi holders will have greater flexibility in how they buy, sell, and use their tokens. Potential price surge if demand grows. Like any cryptocurrency, supply and demand will dictate Pi's future price movement. If adoption continues to grow and more people recognize Pi's value, we could see significant price increases. However, the market will ultimately decide Pi's true worth based on real usage and investor interest. The road ahead is filled with both opportunities and challenges, but one thing is certain: Pi Network is entering a critical phase in its evolution. Will it establish itself as a major player in the crypto space? Only time will tell, but the future of Pi is just getting started. What do you think? Will Pi moon or bust? The debate is heating up, and we want to hear from you. Drop your price predictions in the comments and let us know where you see Pi heading in the future. Will it reach new heights, or will market forces bring it back down to earth? If you're holding Pi and excited about its future, smash that like button to show your support. And don't forget, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the latest Pi Network news, price movements, and major developments.